po folks here.
Who?
Po folks.
What's po folks?
That's a southern buffet cafeteria.
There's RJ and Alice's big fat foot. Hi RJ!
Is it on?
Yeah, it's on.
Are you recording?
I'm recording and Susie's eating. I can't get the rest because it's too hard. Georgia, as I speak, see the sign? Is that the sign? I think I got it. I hope I got it. See it? Right there.
Filming here. This is at Georgia.
Georgia, swinging on a tree underneath the peach.
Hey, RJ. And there's a hotel we are staying at. Ain't it nice?
Benjamin's moved, I think. They used to live next door to us. This is the house I was raised in here in Brunswick.
It's a big 4-bedroom house.
Yeah. Man, it hasn't changed much. And this, where all these new houses are, used to be open woods. There was 9 acres of wooded land here. That house was there.
As we go down what street, Rick? Blocks away from Rick's old home, going down a street with lots of Spanish moss hanging down. Isn't it pretty?
Demir Road.
Demir Road.
Right, sit
On the island in Georgia.
Seriously.
The swimming team, not at the casino, behind the casino there's a swimming pool. There's the lighthouse. The old house there by it.
No, very formal. Yeah, almost Catholic. Actually, that's what it is. Here we are at Christ Church at Frederica on St. Simon's Island. This is where my Grandma Gates, went to church on Sundays. She didn't bring us kids here much. Okay. And then here is the church. This was the first church on the island and probably the first church in the area. Tommy? These are the grounds at Christ Church. You see the Spanish moss is hanging off of everything.
See?
Sarah.
Just like this.
Anyway, it's just a beautiful area here. Sarah got some moss and she's happy with it. Susie got some moss and now she's in trouble with her mommy. Kid thinks she's cute. Anyway, it's a lovely cemetery. They still bury people here today. My grandmother is not buried here, even though she went to church there. She's buried in Memphis, Tennessee, in a cemetery there. Well, here we are, St. Simon's Island. This is the pier. And when I was a kid, we used to fish and crab off this pier and swim off the end of it. That T-section at the end didn't have a railing. Now it has a railing. The island just south of us there is Jekyll Island. It's a state park. It was originally owned by the Rockefellers. Now when I pan around, get past the kids a little bit. This area here behind me is all called the Village. This was the downtown section of the island when I was a kid. I guess it still is. Filming this open water, there's supposed to be, there's some dolphins we've seen surface out here. Two of them swimming together out here. I don't see them. They're about due to come up. If they come up about the same.
They're still right out there. Probably.
There they are. I don't know if I got them or not. I think I might have.
Hey, Daddy.
I'm going to try to
out.
You guys tell me when they come up again. Hopefully I'll see them in the viewfinder.
Daddy, well, you can film when we go swimming with the dolphins.
I know.
Well, it's kind of.
No, I don't think so. Anyway, here's a shrimp boat. This is a big part of the industry along the Georgia coast. One there. And there's another one. He's still dragging his nets.
Okay. Here we are at Georgia.
Okay, Heather.
LDS Chapel that we used to have when we lived here. There's the front door. And right there, that window, right there was the branch president's office. It was my office when I was there. Okay, draw back where you try to get a view of the whole thing. This is the back of the chapel. That area right in there was the cultural hall. The little area under this area right in here, underneath the porch-like thing, that was our kitchen. And just to the right of the kitchen, inside the cultural hall, was the stage. And a section of the flooring came up on the stage, and the baptismal font was under the stage, so it was not below the surface of the ground.
Wherever you go on.
This is Glenn County Middle School. It used to be Glenn County Junior High.
What grade were you in?
We moved here, I was in the 8th grade.
So you were dying here?
Yeah. There's some new. This is some new section.
Yeah, well, they covered the walkway there too.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. They enclosed.
They made classrooms.
Yeah, they made the classrooms bigger by enclosing the walkway.
Yeah.
I'm still filming, by the way, Rick.
That's fine. Hurricanes. I don't remember we even had them.
I don't either.
I remember the front of the school there. That's the auditorium and cafeteria.
This is the high school, the back side.
This building here is where the cafeteria used to be.
Yeah. Cafeteria used to be in this old building here. Now somebody else is going to have to record when we get around the corner, Rick. The high school is on both sides of the street here.
Go up and make them turn around.
You want to go up, turn around? Okay, we'll film one side.
That's the new cafeteria.
There's the new cafeteria. Well,
Wasn't here when I went there.
It wasn't?
This building's new too. That building wasn't there.
Yeah.
It made it look like the rest of it did.
yeah.
Same thing with this.
Yeah, these two buildings were not here.
This looks like a gym building. So they kind of like close the street off during school hours?
That's what it is. That's the new gymnasium.
Yeah.
Did they
Yeah. Yeah, get out in the middle, it's better. Give me more of a view of the school. And you can see it's a pretty good sized high school.
Glenn Academy.
They kind of pan across it because I'm going to stop one more.
Yeah.
Take a picture.
Yeah, in memory of the Vietnam
Okay,
veterans.
cool.
Roll,
Rick?
RJ.
Oh,
I was going to take a picture of this
Okay.
camera.
Yeah, where's the camera at?
Glenn Academy. 1788. And there's the bell. In front of the school where Rick graduated.
Yep. Here we are in Daytona Beach. This is our hotel. Been here a couple of days. We really haven't done much, but played around the beach, went out to the speedway, and ate. That's about all we did here. Played. That's the hotel next to us. This is our hotel. We're on the back side, facing the Halifax River and the city of Daytona. Fairly nice hotel. A real nice hotel. Actually, nicest hotel we've stayed in so far. And here's our pool. There's the beach again. We rented one of these cabanas for the day, yesterday. $25 for a table, 2 chairs, and an umbrella for the day. But in actuality, it was worth it. It's a pole in the water. We can't figure out what that's all about, but it's in the water. I'm out here early in the morning the day we're leaving. Actually, early in the afternoon. Good bikini beach.
This is the boat we're going to take to go to the Bahamas, and there's a building in the way, so you can only see the top of it, but there's half of it. And as soon as Diane gets over here, we will be going to board.
There's a man trying to get by. There's no window there.
I know that. Okay, this is the boat we are getting on, and oh boy, there we go, I got it back in. And there is Dad going to get on. But or something, I don't know. There you go.
Okay, this is Sarah and Susie. We're in our stateroom, room 227, stateroom 227 on the Dolphin 4 for our cruise to the Bahamas. They're going to give us a tour of the cabin.
This is our bed.
There's beds that fold out from the wall there
Wait, we'll
on
demonstrate.
both sides.
We'll demonstrate it for them, won't we?
There it is.
Susie's already been in it.
See?
Oh, how nice.
Show them the bathroom.
And this is the bathroom.
This is it. This is just, this is just about the whole bathroom.
And it's yucky too.
Oh, it's not that yucky. And what's over here? There we have a little mirror, so forth, and then these.
And water and ice. All over. And these are cupboards.
These are cupboards, and they have life jackets and stuff in them.
And Clay broke one in his room. One of these.
How you feel? I can't hear you a little bit louder. Keep it going, guys. Keep on rocking. Keep on dancing, feeling hot, hot, hot. Everybody, join the conga, feeling hot, hot, hot. Oh yeah.
Hiatt are getting on our snorkeling boat. There's Seuss. We haven't seen much of the island. I don't think we're going to see much of the island. We're going snorkeling today. We only have about 6 hours. This trip takes 4. Boat will take us out over a reef. Park the boat. RJ, you having fun yet? See, RJ still got his scars from surfing in Daytona.
Don't stop them or you're going to trip somebody. Okay?
The hotel right across from our boat where we're going out and snorkeling. These people are going out fishing. That's what RJ and I should be doing. But we like snorkeling. Just the little shops here. Much like, cleaner than Tijuana. Much like the International Bazaar in Hawaii. There's also an International Bazaar here.
Yeah, you're wearing your shirt.
Yeah.
That's the rest of the family. They're all going on the Bass Bottom boat. Grandpa and Eleanor and Diane.
They like to play it all safe.
Yeah.
That's the best way to go.
Yep. There we are. We're leaving the Port Hiatt harbor. Very nice little harbor. Some nice sized boats in it. Behind those boats is a Pizza Hut. We've also seen a Burger King and a Kentucky Fried Chicken. There's somebody else going out on their excursion today. Another nice hotel here. There we go. Headed out of the bay, out of the port here. Port Hiatt. Really pretty here. The architecture here looks much like Florida. This is the Port Hiatt beach. Not a very big beach. It's pretty relatively unused right now. Yeah, fishing. Right outside the harbor. Glass bottom boat that Aunt Diane, Eleanor, Beth, and Grandpa were on. By parasailing, RJ thinks he wants to try this later today. We can talk his mother into it. We might actually let him do it. Coming back down, soft landing.
There's Dad and the girls. Don't know if you'll be able to see them too good.
Wave! Wave so we know where you are. There they are.
There's Dad waving. We are on a reef outside of Freeport, snorkeling, and we're having a blast. And I think Susie is getting ready to go in for the first time. Sarah.
Oh, I know.
There she is. Look at her. Looks like a regular shop store.
After going snorkeling, Mommy,
How hard are they really working? All right. Friday, July the 5th, and we are at the Kennedy Space Center just getting ready to go in. You can see some of the rockets.
Move the camera slowly. Do you see
The no U-turn sign. Yes, right over here by Rick. There's some rockets. Oh, that's his nose, sorry.
My nose again.
There's the sign right there. Here's a closer view. Rick's rocking the boat here. He's mad at me. This is cool. We are all in total awe of it. Look at the rocket stand up back there. Everybody go awe. We're all homesick, ready to go home. This is our last big stop before we hit the mainland of Colorado. Oh, those are cars. I guess that's right. Yeah, let's go find out what that is.
This is.
May we have your attention, please? It's now 5 minutes to the next showing of The Boy from Mars in our Spaceport Theater, located at the west end of Spaceport Central.
It's called Rocket
Once
Garden.
again, The Boy from Mars.
Space-
From 3 different out-of-this-world menus. Italian dishes featuring fresh pasta, southern-style items such as rotisserie chicken, fried catfish, and honey-baked ham, or traditional favorites like deli sandwiches.
The top of this
and
here
freshly
rocket
baked desserts.
is
The orbit
an eagle's
adjacent
nest.
to the Galaxy Center.
stand there?
Yeah. His mom, she's having a good time.
Let's go look now.
Space shuttle program. There are 3 identical high bays. Each bay can handle 1 orbiter.
Now, if we could just roll up the side of that building, you'd see a honeycomb of work platforms stacked 5 stories high. You wouldn't see a whole lot of the orbiter, though, because it's surrounded by all those platforms.
Al, it always impresses me how much work it takes to get an orbiter ready for a launch. How do you organize so many tasks?
The whole process is tightly organized into a flow. When an orbiter lands, it gets towed in by a tractor, straight from the landing strip. We jack it up and drain its toxic fuels. Then we start inspecting it, servicing, testing, and repairing it. We have to do everything, from change its tires to test every...
Was the mobile launch platform used for the launch of the shuttle stock with the orbiter Columbia that is now still in orbit. As we drive by the launch platform, note the 3 holes in the bottom. These serve as flame chutes for the shuttle's 3 main engines and 2 solid fuel booster rockets.
We've got 4 firing rooms in the Launch Control Center, 2 primary, and 2 support.
The Launch Control Center oversees the launch until the moment the shuttle clears the tower, about 7 seconds after liftoff.
There we are at the Space Center. This is Launchpad 39A. And this, what I'm zooming in on, is the Space Shuttle Atlantis. You see the rockets on the bottom side. They told us the reason this rocket ship is orange is that's the color it is without being painted. By having paint on that metal fuel tank, it adds 600 pounds, which they can add to payload. Anyway, pretty neat. It's hard to see how big it is. You get a grasp how big it is. It's just huge.
Let's go back in.
Yeah?
Yeah, I tore it up.
Here we are in front of the assembly building. This American flag here is 209 feet long, 110 feet wide. Each star is 6 feet from tip to tip. Give you an idea on the size of this building. And here's our tour bus. Not our tour bus, that's our tour bus right there. The Kennedy Space Center.
See the alligator? Turkey again, what are they?
They're big animals that...
Oh!
Actually, there's 3 of them out there. 4. There's 4 manatees out there.
No, they're going real close.
Ooh!
That's what
Wait. No, there's a turkey vulture. Keep it going. Right there. See, he's eating.
Sally, you've been a mission specialist on the space shuttle, performing experiments in space.
Here we are. We're at the Space Shuttle Explorer. This is the nose of the aircraft. This is a real one. It is converted so you could get in and the viewing public will see her. Interesting signs. You see all the white marks from the heat that's generated when the space shuttle comes in.
Isn't it?
Wow.
Here we are. This is the crew quarters on the space shuttle. And behind us is the cargo bay where they carry the payload. It's got a huge satellite, a replica of a huge satellite there.
Robot arm.
Here we go, we're outside again. Going back. Tail end of the shuttle.
Aboard one of our guided air-conditioned tour buses. Tickets for these tours are available at the ticket pavilion located in the center of the Spaceport USA complex.
Here, let RJ stand next to it and take a picture. Stand right here.
Everybody.
Come on, scoot back.
There's only room for two. I fly 7 people all the time.
Some names of people at the Challenger Memorial. Thank you, David. These are Challenger people. Challenging thing. The garage challenge. Just like that thing.
And on one of the walkways, there's a gator just kind of sitting and let everybody look at him.
Alright guys, just one more time.
We're going to go to the theater.
This is a Mercury program. Let's see if we can soak rather than here. Anyway. This is a size capsule that, what's his name wrote in? John Glenn. And this is the Apollo Soyuz, so it's a combined mission of directions.